Hello, everyone, and welcome into more Ticket to Ride here on the Sorcerer Network. My name is Sorcerer Matt, and let's get things started. So we're definitely picking these two: Vancouver to Duluth, Vancouver to Montreal. Then we're probably just supplementing with Denver to St. Louis. Not going to do Los Angeles to Miami while trying to complete these routes. I'd rather just stay in the north. Um, and yeah, we'll go a little bit south here, but probably what we'll end up doing um, uh, is going Seattle, and I'll probably just grab Seattle to Portland, and then going through Seattle to Helena to Duluth to Toronto up to Montreal, and then maybe work our way down into, yeah, yeah, yeah. Me too. Me too. Um, I was. Uh, I was. Me too. That was crazy. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, we had like 50 games like that we tried to do that uh, people wouldn't like. People kept not hitting accept. Okay, so I don't want to use pink or yellow. Um, yeah, I want to grab these one routes here. It's just it's smart to do so. But the other thing we can do here is if we go through here, we could grab Helena to Denver with green, and then really we could even work our way down through Omaha, Kansas City if we want to do the St. Louis thing. So kind of what I'm hoping is to hang up here in the northern half of the map, kind of, you know. Yeah, see that's great. That's what we want. Um, that's good stuff. Good stuff. So now we can go to, um, getting yellow and pink here. Interesting that blue does not grab. I think we'll grab the orange rather than the yellow there. Um, does not grab Vancouver to Seattle right away. Okay, so green has some Los Angeles routes, maybe Los Angeles to Atlanta, maybe some Nashville routes here too. Maybe they'll work up in the north. We'll see. Northeast. Um, but the nice thing that I find about some Vegas to Seattle probably. Okay, well this is pretty easy. Grab this. Um, um, usually, and I say usually very cautiously as I have not completed any routes in this game, you don't have a ton of competition for this route. It's not impossible. I'm going to grab this green because I do think I'm going to go Helena to Denver. But usually this is not a real highly contested route, and I believe I said this last video. If you start right away on your routes of 6, it's you're not usually being contended for it. It's when you try like mid game to go, okay, maybe I'll do this, and that's when it can get a little hairy. Decent start on the cards. The one thing about a lot of routes of 6 is that you can get into some trouble quickly if you don't hit the cards that you need. Usually if you start right away, you don't run into too much trouble because just by the nature of the cards. But every so often. I mean, as of right now, we're hitting all colors that we need, so I'm not complaining. We see green grabbing the Houston to New Orleans route. Interesting that the Phoenix there. Interesting. Blue goes destination tickets. That's interesting. I've seen a lot more people draw destination tickets early than I had previously. Okay, pink, yes, and a pink, yes. It's just I don't know if that's something that is a newer strategy in the Ticket to Ride meta that I do not know about. But that just is that's interesting. It's just very interesting, something to watch. Whether that becomes something that we see more of, or okay, I'm gonna grab the orange first. Okay, then probably the yellow. If that's something we see more of, or whether that's just a random happenstance that we're seeing. Okay. So green is taking a lot. Ooh. Okay, that's very, very good for us. Very good for us. I probably should take in the yellow there because there's only one, but whatever, it's fine. You always want your opponents to get in the way of each other, because I really don't care what's going on in that part of the map. I don't have any tickets there. I mean, I suppose in the future I could have tickets there, but, I could also not. It's just as likely. And so, very nice that I love when my opponents get in the way of each other and have to cause changes to happen, because then they have to waste time doing other stuff while I can continually get my things done. Okay. Okay, great. I love that there's orange here. And then I'm going to grab this to pair, because I'm going to want to go Toronto to Montreal here. And then I do kind of have to figure out how I'm connecting up St. Louis. And that might be something that we say, you know what we're going to do? We're going to kind of, we're going to see what we draw. And maybe that dictates the route. So probably what I'm going to do here is, if there's there's nothing that we want here on board. So I'm going to go ahead and just grab this. We're doing it. Green and orange are the cars, the trains that I'm going for. Okay, Vegas is now cut off. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead. That's very nice. Okay, all right. All right, so red finally plays up in the northeast, decides it's time. I would not mind that green. Boo. Okay, I think I'm okay doing this. Yeah. I'm okay doing that. And at this point, I've kind of already shown my hand to like what I'm doing, so I don't. And listen, if someone really wants to waste 6 orange going Helena to Duluth just to block me, kudos to you. You've done it. So yeah, this is a perfect we're gonna go ahead and draw something here. So Winnipeg to Santa Fe, we can make that work. I not doing Dallas, New York, and I don't think I want to try to do anything in Los Angeles this game. Blue and green are already over there. I know it doesn't seem. I mean, is it worth the 9 points, or do I just kind of hang out here? I think we got enough going on. Let's not overextend, because not only do we have to worry about completing this and getting down to St. Louis and all this other stuff, I would then also have to be worried about going this way. It's just too much. It's just too much. So we can go. My leg is caught. So I'm going to start grabbing some black here. And because probably I just go Winnipeg to Duluth with the black. All right. Okay. I love a reset there. However, these are all terrible. These are all terrible choices. I am going to grab a pair here because I do want to grab Denver to Santa Fe next turn. Because A, I need it, and B, I think that well, alrighty then. Okay. So we are going to go ahead and work our way down this way. That was rather unfortunate. I thought red was going to be taking that. I did not anticipate that blue was going to all of a sudden grab that route. So basically what we're going to do is, of course, that could get blocked off here in just a minute as well, but we're just going to kind of, you know, work down. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and use one of the I'm going to use one of the green, I think. We'll just go blue, Santa Fe to Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City, Kansas City. We'll connect in St. Louis here. We'll do this route, and then we'll go up to Winnipeg this way. This is a weird. Never done something like this. Yeah, it's just. I'm now having to do more. And usually when you're in a position that you have to do more in this game, that's a recipe for disaster. Yeah, really don't need any more of that. Probably should just be grabbing routes as I'm getting them. I like the pink here. I don't love that we've just stopped seeing orange. That's not great. Yeah, blue I would not mind. Of course it's going to reset, which honestly might be good for us. Okay. I like the 2 green. I like that a lot. Really could. I don't mind the pink either. I'm going to go ahead and grab this pink. That could have been very good for us, but I guess the blue is okay. I was hoping for an orange, but I guess the blue is okay. People must be sitting on some orange. Okay, so green is off. I'll probably go to Miami. Okay, so we're going to grab blue. And this now does give us some options if someone were to grab Kansas City to St. Louis and do something weird, but we'll probably we're going to start grabbing some routes here now because we've got some stuff now. I've just had this string of really weird games. Okay, no, we're doing this first. Pink. Orange or blue I'm taking. So, yeah, we'll just do this. I suppose it's also in play that we could just go Denver to Kansas City at this point. But I kind of want the points here. But I guess if we're not seeing orange, then okay, well, I need to do this. That's probably a smarter idea at this point. And, I mean, immediately after I do it, I'm going to see 50 orange cards. But probably at this point, it's just smarter to say, ugh, don't love I keep 3. Hmm. Yeah, Phoenix to Boston. That's what I thought. Let's draw destination tickets. Okay. Salt Lake City to Chicago is doable. Seattle to Oklahoma City, yes. I'm not gonna do Kansas City, Houston. I'm not gonna do. Yeah, okay. All right. Because like we can get 3 pink down this way. So I do think at this point we just say, okay, we're gonna grab Denver to Kansas City. We're gonna branch down to Salt Lake here. I already have a pink. There's other pink on board. It seems like there's gonna be a lot of activity up in the Northeast. I don't have to deal with it. Boo to you taking pink. What do you need pink for? What do you need it for? I guess maybe get up into San Francisco, which, you know, I suppose is acceptable. All right, I do need a pair. So at this point, unless I see pink, though I could just at this point grab a couple wilds, because pink or orange, because I still need some orange too. But we are getting to the point where I don't want to draw too many more cards because I don't have that many trains left. I have no idea how I'm doing in this game. I feel like green is probably in the lead. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I don't feel like green's running away with it. Green only has 3 tickets. Red could run away with most tickets, because the fact they're drawing more tells me there's 2 things. You either drew a bunch, but you don't keep 3 destinations unless you actually think you can get them all. You wouldn't choose when you keep 1 destination, there's a chance that red missed, and it's like, shoot, I can't do any of these. But like, yeah, green wouldn't keep 2 destinations if they didn't actually think they could complete said destinations. So I feel comfortable doing this. This gets us out of any shenanigans, and by shenanigans I mean that. And then I probably just want to go Denver to Kansas City at this point, because I don't have any black. I was kind of hoping someone would like draw some cards here, because I prefer not to have to waste 2 turns grabbing 2 wilds. I really would like an orange or a pinko. I mean, and at this point now it's going to be wilds or pinks. Okay, so that now completes most of our tickets. Okay, they got a Dallas route. Okay, yes, grab more green, or don't. Okay, I think then we need to start. We need to start grabbing wilds then. I like where I'm at score-wise. That's nice. It's weird that I've seen no orange. None. Yeah, see that's annoying. That's not annoying. That's really not annoying. I mean, there's no one that I could have a wild, but hey, 2 wilds. Don't mind that. Yeah, we'll just go Helena to Salt Lake here. I probably want to draw tickets, but also, what am I trying to hit? I'm kind of plugged into a weird part of the board. Oh, I need red. The classic. I'm sure all of you are screaming like, "Hey, man, you're not in Chicago. You probably need to connect in Chicago." Hopefully these two reds stay. That'd be great. Yeah, this is. There's at least like 20 people watching this video. They're just screaming through this whole thing. Yeah, two destination tickets. Just leave the red. Listen, if I can get those two red, everything's fine. We don't have to worry. Planned it all along. I wasn't even worried. I wasn't even worried about it, guys. I didn't miss it. I just wasn't worried about it. Would not be a game. You know, this is how I know I'm back, because that happened all the time. Look, never didn't have it, guys. I mean, we don't have it yet, but never didn't have it. We're all fine. So now the question is, I mean, we're clearly going to end the game next turn. Do we use that last turn to draw destination tickets and hope we hit something? We are into Chicago, so that's something. But I think when this got taken, we kind of just like blanked. Hey, no problem, guys. No problem. I mean, depending on what happens in these turns. I'm almost 20 points up on board. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, see, that doesn't close the gap. What does green do? And green plays something, right? Green gets points. Unless green decides to, like, draw destination tickets or something like that. Okay, yes. But still, like, we're going to have a 13-point lead. Is that enough? Man, I'd hate to draw and hit nothing, but I also don't feel like I can just sit and do nothing and have that work. Now, of course, I'm gonna miss. So I'm just gonna grab the one with the least amount of points and take the loss. But all right, so red misses out on a big route. Still gets the longest train bonus, or most tickets bonus. But did miss out on one. You know, that's not a 119 isn't a world-beating score. Green misses out on one as well. So that's softening the blow here. Now the problem is I definitely don't have longest train. And I also definitely, very obviously don't have most tickets. So I got to be at least 15 points up on red, and I'm losing 6 right off the bat. Now, I have some very good tickets. Okay. Yeah, keep going, baby, keep going. All right, so who had longest train? Is it green? Green overtakes me right at the end. Woo! So that's probably then a little bit of a misread on my end, that I thought I was so far behind. Yeah, I think that's just a straight up misread. Because had I not drawn another ticket, I would have had 6 more points. Well, gee dang it. Well, that happens. Yeah, I think I just misread where I was on this board. I think I had a bigger lead than what I thought it. I think I was so behind the 8-ball. I think having to reroute so much and then not getting this Helena to Duluth, which was super weird. Like, someone must have eaten the orange cards. Like, they just dried up. I guess I just felt like we were behind when in reality we were very much right in it, and 4 points off first is perfectly fine. So hey, you know what? Second place finish, I'm never gonna sneeze at. Here at Ticket to Ride. So hey, if you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button, like and comment. I really do enjoy reading all the comments. I'm not gonna reply to all of them because that just seems like an exhausting. That seems very exhausting, but I promise I do read your comments. If you point out like gameplay things, I do look at it. I do try to adapt based on your suggestions. Sometimes I don't agree, and then I'm not going to do it. But I enjoy open discussion about different strategies. I'm also, I have to tell you all, very humbled by how excited you all were that I was making videos again. That was really cool. So thank you. That was super awesome. I really appreciate the words of encouragement and the excitement that you all get of me watching me play this game online. So again, subscribe if you have not already. We're approaching 600 subscribers. We're 17 away last time I checked. So yeah, let's join the family here. Yeah, we'll see you next time.